So I know you have already seen a couple of Caliban builds after his rework, but I would like to show you something different, and instead of just a Warframe build, I will share in this video a synergy that is worth playing, as it's both fun and effective in real mission. I call this the Shinobi Caliban or the Ninja Caliban build, and this setup allows you to nuke steel path enemies easily while using this Warframe combo. You might get confused as Caliban has no nuking abilities, so let me explain first how this synergy works, and what's the role of each of the Warframe's abilities on this amazing combo. What you'll be using for the new combo is his Sentient Wrath and Fusion Strike ability. Sentient Wrath will lift targets and make them 73% vulnerable to any damage source with this Caliban build. The good thing about this ability is that it's not only for nuking combos, but it's also excellent for evolving incarnate weapons that requires headshot to stack the incarnate charges. Also, the lift mechanic is also considered as a status, so it adds to the damage of condition overload setup. The only thing I don't like about this ability is it's slow in pulling lifted targets while using the Magus Anomaly Arcane for the operator. In survival missions, this is one of the best operator arcanes to use, as it can pull enemies within 30 meters, making it easier to nuke them with any attacks. If you want to nuke enemies, then be mindful that you should use Magus Anomaly first on this synergy, before casting Sentient Surge to lift them up and inflict them with the damage vulnerability. Once you have grouped enemies in one spot and lifted them with the Sentient Wrath skill, it's time to strip all their armor using your Fusion Strike. To strip all armor and shield of enemies, you will need at least 200% power strength in your build, which can be achieved by these two Umbral mods in the Transient Fortitude mod. The good thing about Fusion Strike is that it now has invulnerability frames while casting the skill, and it also has this lingering effect on the field which makes enemies lose their armor and shield when they step on it. The only problem though is that both Sentient Wrath and Fusion Strike are kind of slow for my playstyle. To make it a true ninja, I added 5 yellow Tau forged shards to give my Caliban 187% casting speed. Some may say that you don't need that much casting speed with Caliban, but I strongly recommend you try it if you have the resources. Casting speed bonus really makes the Warframe super efficient, especially for a fast-paced game like Warframe. Now, the ninja reference of this synergy comes from the famous anime named Naruto, and it would not be complete without the Shadow Clone Jutsu, and while it's not exactly the same ability, but you can roleplay like Naruto and his Shadow Clones while using his lethal progeny. After the rework, you can summon 3 types of sentience, namely the Conchylist, the Ortholist, and the Summalist. The Conchylist are the melee-type sentients that can perform tornado attacks that deals Tau damage. On the other hand, the Ortholist are range fighters that fires cannons and mortars to enemies, dealing Tau damage in the process. You can summon either 3 Conchylist or 3 Ortholists in the field, while the last sentient type is the Summalist, which you can only summon 1, but can then summon 6 Caliban Coralists with increased threat level. Among all the sentient companions of the Caliban, I really love the Summalist because of the aggro control it provides. The other sentient types are more towards offense, and I just love the Coralist providing support in terms of survivability. After the Shadow Clone Jutsu, we then need the Rasengan to make it a complete Naruto build. To do this, I use the Glaive Prime with the heavy attack nuke build. This will replicate the Rasengan Jutsu of Naruto, and it does deal decent damage because we can inflict damage vulnerability and strip all the defenses of enemies with Caliban skills. This synergy is good, but I also want you to try the combo between this Caliban build and the Saurus. This Corpus melee weapon is better for me, as I don't need to mod for electric in my build to proc melee influence, since it has innate electricity damage. Then, I would also like to discuss how amazing volatile rebound for glaive weapons in general, and how it's broken with these swords specifically. The mod works by causing your thrown glaive to bounce off enemies, resulting in explosions that deal area of effect damage, roughly equivalent to 50% of a heavy attack. Importantly, these explosions don't consume your combo, so if you charge and throw your glaive into a group of enemies, you can trigger a chain reaction of explosions. Each OE blast can deal orange and some red crits. Finally, I think the Saurus is thematically aligned with our Rasengan because of its close likeness when it comes to aesthetics. So we got the Rasengan, the quickness of a ninja through the casting speed buff, and the Shadow Clone Jutsu, which perfects our Shinobi cosplay. The Warframe may not look like anything in the anime, but it sure is fun as hell to group and nuke, then rinse and repeat the whole process, especially in Steel Path survival runs. A quick reminder before using the synergy though, is that the Saurus will knock you once it returns, and if you don't like this happening, then I strongly recommend adding the primed sure-footed mod in the Exilus mod slot. Also, I almost forgot how good Caliban's first ability right now. With a grouping mechanic such as the Magus Anomaly, you can easily get shield and health when using the ability. But that's not all, you can also get energy in the process, so if you are running low, then just simply hit a couple of enemies and you will have enough to cast your other abilities again. With a thrown melee weapon, you can easily kill hard mode enemies. However, don't stop on experimenting, as there's more to this synergy than just using glaive weapons. Because of how good the Sentient Wrath and Fusion Strike combo right now, you can literally melt anything in steel path levels using any weapon of your choice. So that's all about it. I hope that you will enjoy this synergy, and if you do, then please give the video a like and subscribe to our channel for more Warframe content. Don't forget to turn on all notifications so you will get updated on our latest uploads. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you again in our next video.